The engineers, naturally, their problems had to be solved by solving the equations, the mathematical differential equations, the trajectories, the guidance and control studies, and those had to be programmed to be solved by the computer. But I worked for the Army on computer programming for the different computers, beginning with a card program computer, which was well, the first one we had at Marshall, and then on until the UNIVAC, which was the one we used during the launch of Apollo. At that time, though, we needed more people to provide computation support because we had committed to go to the moon, and we didn't understand how we were going to get there, but we knew it was going to take a lot of work. So rather than hire people that were government employees, and it's difficult to retire or to get rid of some of those, they hired a contractor, which was very good. General Electric came as a contractor, and it was the first one, I think, that NASA had at Marshall. But it was to provide all computational support. I did not want to go to the contractor because my husband questioned, if they lose the contract, what will you do? I will be here working for NASA. And I love my job, but they said, we'll have a place for you in NASA. So I stayed with NASA, did not go with the contractor. But then I became monitoring and interfacing the contractor's work with NASA engineers. So I stayed active in knowing what was needed and what would take to do the job, and had a lot more people, but they were contractor. And the computers were changing all the time, improving. They started, as I said, from a card program computer to a multitasking digital UNIVAC 1108. Air-conditioned building. We had to have air conditioning for the computers, but our offices were not air-conditioned in Alabama. I did not know any women that was working here as a mathematician when I came. They were what they call computers, which the mathematicians, we programmed with big sheets of columns of instructions as to what they would do, and they really were called officially math aides, but they were known as computers. They would actually take and do whatever we said do in a particular column. We coded these columns to solve the equations, and they would compute that for us so that we could analyze and decide what the solution to the problem. I was the only mathematician at the time that I came to work for the Redstone Arsenal that I knew. They gave me a lot of publicity.